Hello, this is Reverend Amoja Jabu. I am your host for After Naked Truth. Truth was known to be an impeccable dresser. One day, Truth was walking down the road. He was being watched by a lie. Lie was known to be very envious of Truth and his impeccable dressing. So Lie continued to follow and stalk the Truth. The Truth, on a very hot day, got extremely hot, tired, took off his clothes, laid down to rest. That Lie snuck up on the Truth and stole his clothes and put them on. The Truth woke up to see Lie running down the road. Truth got up and chased that Lie. What we saw was the naked Truth chasing a well-dressed Lie. On this show, it will be X-rated because the Truth will not have on any clothes. So if you got immature people in the room, get them out of the room right now because this program will be X-rated. The Truth will not have on any clothes. When I start looking at the Truth, I'm concerned with the edict that President Obama has given every school district within the country. He has written a letter to every school district saying that they must allow, what do I call them, transgender people to use any restroom that they choose based on the gender that that person identifies themselves to be. That means if a man says that he is a woman in his mind, then he will be allowed to use the woman's bathroom. And likewise, if a woman in her mind sees herself as being a man, then she will be allowed to use the man's bathroom. I am really taken aback by how, what would I say, how interested that the president, a black man, is so interested in the gay agenda. I mean, if we look at the schools, what is the concern? Is there really a concern about who uses the bathroom when or where? I don't know about you, but when I go to the bathroom, I'm not worrying about what other people are doing in the bathroom. I'm worrying about what I got to do in the bathroom. When I go into the bathroom, I'm going in there to take care of my business. And I don't care what you're doing with your business so long as you don't get in the way of my business. I got to be able to handle my thing, and I'm not worried about your thing. So I'm not really so much concerned about what's happening in the bathroom as I am about what's happening in the classroom. Because what happens in the bathroom is not going to help anybody's future. It's not going to determine anybody's future. And what you do in the bathroom, as far as I'm concerned, is your business so long as you don't involve me. But in the classroom, I'm very concerned. Right here in Indiana, it is the law that cultural sensitive lessons be taught in the classroom. That's the law. I would say it is more important for cultural sensitivity to be taught in the classroom than it is for you to be concerned about what somebody is doing in the bathroom. If President Obama is so much concerned about what's happening in the schools, why doesn't he send out a letter mandating that cultural sensitive lessons be taught in the classroom, which in my mind is much more important than a letter ordering people to allow certain people to use whatever bathroom. Cultural sensitivity, studies on it, have determined that students who are taught cultural sensitivity, called lessons about themselves, are less inclined to become criminals or to commit crimes. There is a direct correlation between education and criminal behavior. When you look at the prison population in relationship to their education, over 50% do not have a high school education. That doesn't mean that they don't have the intelligence, but for some reason, they didn't see the importance of education. And I am making the case that they didn't see the importance because they didn't see themselves in the lesson. If you were to teach African American children about the contribution that Africans have made in the world order of things, I think that you would get, and statistics show that you will see the child more interested in what's going on in the classroom and perform at a higher level. If that child was to know that it was African people that created the pyramids, it was Imhotep, a black man, that was the father of medicine. It was Lewis Latimer that actually discovered electricity. It was Hannibal, a black man, who actually conquered Rome. If that cultural sensitivity was taught in the classroom, then I am willing to bet, and statistics show, studies verify that student, that black student, that student of African descent will perform at a higher educational level. So I would suggest to President Obama that instead of being so concerned about what's going on in the bathroom, be more concerned about what's going on in the classroom. Wouldn't you agree? Let me move to another topic that's along the lines with that. In the Indianapolis Star, let me see, that's the March 3rd edition, 2016, of the Indianapolis Star. It has a headline: Indiana has highest rate of black homicide victims, study says. In this article written by Jill Disses, I think is how you say her name, it states that Indiana has the highest rate of black homicide victims in the country, according to a study conducted by the National Nonprofit Violence Policy Center. The study uses FBI homicide data to rank states according to their black homicide victimization rates. According to the study, there was 213 black homicide victims in Indiana in 2013, or 34.15 victims per 100,000. That is double the national black homicide victimization rate and 8 times the overall homicide rate nationwide, according to the center. Last year, the study found Indianapolis had the 6th highest rate of black homicide victims in the country based on 2012 data. Whew. Why isn't President Obama more concerned about what happens in the classroom than what happens in the bathroom? Who you go into the bathroom and do your business with will not improve or impact your performance in the classroom. But if statistics and the studies are true, which I believe they are, that says that cultural sensitivity in the classroom minimizes criminal behavior, then I think it's more important to have the cultural sensitivity in the classroom, which could very well save somebody's life. President Obama send out the letter talking about cultural sensitivity in the classroom instead of who you do your business with in the bathroom. There's one other thing that's very, very profound in this study. It says in Indianapolis, the majority of homicide victims over the past several years have been black. The city also has struggled with a rising homicide rate since 2013. Last year, there were 144 such killings in the city, the most in the history of the city. Now watch this. It's getting ready to get... This is the naked truth, y'all. This truth ain't got no clothes on. And if you got small children or immature children or immature people in the room, get them out of the room right now, because I'm getting ready to strip this truth of all its clothes. This truth is going to be naked. Listen to this. And I didn't say this. I'm quoting Jill Disses, and she's quoting this study that was done by the Violence Policy Center. It says, a recent Indy Star analysis of homicide data also found Indianapolis struggles to solve killings involving black victims. That analysis showed that since 2011, there has been a significant gap between solve rates for black and white homicides victims. Why? Are y'all ready for this?